What's up, everybody? It's the White Magical Tiger. So I've had some interesting dreams recently. So this video I'm going to talk about Christian Kabbalah. Kabbalah is a form of Jewish mysticism. It's called the Yoga of the West. And as many of you know, if you've been watching my videos, I'm very into the Yoga of the East. And I'm kind of into this whole idea of balancing the hemispheres, balancing of East and West, the masculine and the feminine, the yin and yang, the Ida and the Pingala, the Eve and Adam. And yeah, in this dream, essentially, someone was telling me that like Jesus didn't teach Kabbalah, and in the dream I responded like, yes, he did. I was like, Jesus was a Jewish rabbi. Of course he knew Jewish mysticism. And that's pretty much the extent of the dream. I mean, I know it's nothing special. I just thought it was really interesting that I had a dream that I was just like, in the dream I was like very adamant. I was like, no, Jesus taught Christian Kabbalah. Does that mean Jesus taught it? No, but maybe it's true. It's not I'm still figuring that out. I think there is a good chance that he did teach it because he's a Jewish rabbi. And if any Jewish rabbi is like worth their weight, of course they know Kabbalah. Honestly, I don't really think they're a rabbi if they don't know Kabbalah. And it's very clear if you read the Bible, Jesus was known as a Jewish rabbi. So I think it's kind of obvious, me personally, that this is what he was teaching his apostles. And so I've been learning Kabbalah recently, and I've been connecting it with the chakra system. And if you're familiar with the Sephirah and the chakras, I've been making the connection that in Kabbalah you get the tree of life, and number one, the first Sephirah is Kether, which would be Sahasrara crown chakra, and then for number 2 and 3 you got Hokmah and you got Bina, which would be Ajna chakra. And then there's the invisible Sephirah, which is Da'ath, which is known as essentially knowledge. And I put that right there as well. So we have the Ajna chakra, which could be, you could combine Hokmah, Bina, and Da'ath right there. Then you have, in the shoulders, you have GEBURAH and, you got CHESED and GEBURAH, Jupiter and Mars. And essentially that connects with Vishuddha throat chakra right here. Then you have Teferath, which would be the Anahata heart chakra. And then either at the hips or the hands, you would have Netzach and you would have Hod, which would be aligned with the solar plexus. And then you have Yeshod, which would be aligned with the sacral chakra. And then MALKUTH, which would be aligned with the root chakra. So essentially there is a correlation between the yoga of the East and the yoga of the West. And I know that might have been kind of confusing for y'all right there, but essentially you can align the different Sephirah with the chakras. And so I've just been doing a lot of meditating on it. I've been studying them. I've been studying the planets, the zodiac signs, how it's aligned with tarot, because the whole tarot system is actually very Christian. Tarot's, the more and more I study tarot, I'm like, oh, it was actually written by a Christian mystic, the Rider-Waite deck, that guy was a Christian mystic. And you actually look at the cards and it's like there is tons of Christian symbolism in the tarot deck, and a lot of Christians want to write it off and be like, oh, it's like black magic, it's sorcery, it's witchcraft, it's new age. And it's like, it was written by a Christian mystic. Like the whole thing was designed by a Christian mystic, and it completely aligned with the Kabbalah tree of life. And it's actually an excellent learning aid to understand what the Kabbalah tree of life is about. And it's beautiful, honestly. I'm still studying it. And so, yeah, it's pretty mysterious, and I'm still learning a lot, but I just wanted to share that I think there is a connection, that if you love Jesus Christ and you want to know his real teachings, I highly recommend the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, but I also think that you can read The Mystical Kabbalah by Dion Fortune. I think there's a connection with Jesus Christ and the true teachings being connected to the Kabbalah tree of life, because he was a Jewish rabbi. And he says in Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And then he tells us in Luke 17:21, behold, the kingdom of God is within you. And so to me, it seems very clear that the Hindu yogi system of the chakras and the mystical Jewish system, or Christian mystic system of Kabbalah, Christian Kabbalah, it's about seeking within. It's about going within. It's about knowing thyself, knowing thy soul, knowing that we have the spark of the Creator within us, and that This is how we follow his commandment of seek first the kingdom of God. He's telling us our number one priority is seek first the kingdom of God that's within you. And Christians freak out over that. They freak out over meditation, want to label me a devil worshiper and a Satanist because I meditate, because I actually follow the true teachings of Jesus Christ. And yeah, it's sad really, but I'm just sharing this, maybe inspire some of y'all. I'm definitely still studying, definitely still learning, definitely still meditating, praying on all of it. There's definitely a lot of black magic associated with Kabbalah. And I'm not really like, people like, they try to tell me like I'm like this white magician. Bro, I just want to embody love. I just want to love myself, love my neighbor as I love myself, and love God with all my heart, mind, soul, and strength. And I'm not trying to perform white magic. I'm just trying to follow King Jesus Christ's commandments. And I mean, if that comes out as white magic and all this like love and light and bliss, so be it. But I do know that Kabbalah is like heavily rooted in like in military industrial complex, Hollywood, black magic, mysticism, Satanism. But maybe there's an aspect where it's pure as well. Because, you know, Jesus was a Jewish rabbi. So I'm a spiritual scientist. I don't have all the answers, but I try to stay open-minded and at the same time closed-minded. Not too open-minded, but not too closed-minded. Question everything, be open to anything, but question it. And yeah, because like we shall know the truth and the truth shall make us free. And we got to question our reality and just be open to being wrong all the time. And I'm totally cool if Jesus didn't teach Kabbalah, but it's like, I don't know. I kind of think he did. And I want to know if he really did teach Kabbalah, and if we really are Christians, like, shouldn't we know Kabbalah? Like, if that's what he was teaching the apostles, doesn't it make sense that we should learn Kabbalah, Christian Kabbalah? And most Christians just want to like, it's just like, nah, you're a devil worshiper for doing that. And it's like, okay. It's just, so many Christians are so lazy. They just like, and just so fearful. And I really do think the true teachings of Jesus Christ are aligned with Christian Kabbalah. But that scares most Christians, and it's a shame, because if that's really what he taught, we should learn it. If he says follow in his footsteps, and it's like, okay, if he was teaching Kabbalah, we should follow in his footsteps and learn it. There's something to it. Maybe that's how we seek first the kingdom of God that's within us. And anyways, y'all, sometimes I get a bit frustrated, and sorry if I come off as a dick. I'm not trying to be. Sometimes I just get frustrated with the whole, like, so many people are so closed-minded to the truth. And I'm not saying I got the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, but I do want it. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And yeah, all right. Peace be with y'all. God bless you.
God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. I surrender to thee. I surrender to thee. I surrender to thee. I surrender to thee. God, Krishna, Christ, Gurus. God, Krishna, Christ, Gurus. God, Krishna, Christ, Gurus. God, Krishna, Christ, Gurus.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,